Happy New Year. If you are a practitioner and you are thinking and intending for this year to be very big for you and you want to focus on your business, you get to listen up because you're in this business for the long term, right? Not just to make fast cash. Of course, that is good and important, but you want to be able to help people for the long term. And so this is really, really important. When I did not prioritize this, shit hit the fan. Yes, I was able to get clients and money, but there was a huge cost, and that cost was my relationships, um, health being very compromised, as well as my business stopped making the money. So what I always think about when I look at my business is thinking long term. And this is what has allowed me to continue building up momentum and being very consistent. I can produce a lot of work in just 1 hour compared to some people or what some people do in a month. Like I can guarantee that. And this is the reason, and this is how I got there. I prioritized my health. So if you're someone who's been trying to get yourself up running, and you're thinking, I'm going to prioritize myself. I really want to my business, but you are completely ignoring another very important aspects of prioritizing yourself, such as learning how to manage your stress levels, because they're going to be there. They're not going to go away, right? If you don't know how to control and manage that, then your ability to handle more challenges in the future and adapt to them is going to be a lot harder. And if you have maybe tried it in the past where you've tried to get your business going, but you keep on holding yourself back or it's not sustainable, you start and stop. One of the reasons why that happens to you is because when something really bad happens, if your expectations are not met, if you've received a lot of rejection, that not just hurts you mentally and emotionally, but because of that, and you haven't learned how to effectively deal with those stressors, then you just immediately default into giving up. In the nervous system world, we call it shutdown or you freeze, right? And so you get stuck there for longer than what needs to be. And what I teach my students in my nervous system classes is to befriend these states, because if you have a start and stop pattern and you haven't really master that yet, what is happening to your nervous system is that it just keeps on repeating that default pattern of shutting down after things are not going right where you expected. And you can train yourself out of that. That is that the best thing about our nervous system, right? Neuroplasticity, it can change if you just know what to do, what tools to use at the right time and in the proper sequences. And so if you want really long-term health, you get to prioritize your health, which is first and foremost your stress levels. And if you don't have a solid self-care practice yet, solid meaning something that doesn't take 20 hours per day, that is a myth that more is better, more is not better, better is better, right? And so being able to learn how to manage your stress effectively is going to be the very best gift for yourself. I often get asked, Fritz, like you're always showing up. It doesn't look like you're going to stop soon. And that's absolutely right. I'm just getting started and with no sign of burnout. And 2 years ago, I was burnt the fuck out. Okay. This is something that I have built. This is not an accident. I'm not that good at this naturally. I have trained my nervous system to be able to handle more things through time, through consistency. And this is exactly why my income quadrupled in 2024 and is expected to do the same thing this year, because that is my goal and that is my intention. And I'm going to make that shit happen no matter what. And I take care of myself. I take care of my body. I have healthy habits. Without my health, my brain doesn't function, which is very, very, very important in business. You need to be able to look at your business logically, not emotionally, in order for you to keep going. And this is a result of having the healthy habits and making sure that the stress and the emotions don't make decisions in your business. Emotions do not take over and make decisions for my business. I have a plan, I stick to it, even though I don't feel like it most days. And this is because I know how to manage my nervous system when it freaks the fuck out. And I just have healthy habits to allow for my brain to function optimally so that my critical thinking processes are on and my executive function is as best as can be so that I can continue on. And so this is a skill set that if you don't have yet, then you really get to cultivate this. And because without this, like I would not be here without this. I would be back in bed, like not wanting to get out of it from 2 years ago. Literally came from that spot where I didn't want to get out of bed. It's fucking 11 a.m. and I'm just like thinking there, like just in my head so much, like so worried about taking action and say like, and I was burnt out. I was physiologically burnt out where when I could only like just post one thing. After one post, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And that was because my nervous system was just shut. So I had to retrain it to be able to do what I can do now and accomplish so many things in 3 hours compared to what people would accomplish. The probably what I can accomplish in 3 hours is probably what someone can accomplish in a month. And so that is really good because that is aligned with my goals. Even if that's not your goal and you want to be able to still sustain a business, then you definitely need to come to any of my nervous system trainings because that is specifically what we need to do and what you get to do. And one of the nervous system trainings that I have is the superpowered stress series, where you can take control of the stressors, take control of the consistency because you will receive daily prompts that are designed to help you cultivate these healthy habits that are crucial for your brain health, your nervous system health, and your longevity in general, so that you can show up in business the best way, you're the smart way, you make smart decisions, you actually make decisions, you stick to it, you follow the plan no matter what.